We're in the heart of summer, near the climatological peak for temperatures. What better time to talk about where exactly is the hottest place in the world? Now, you may think that this is a done deal. After all, just about every weather book lists the world's highest observed temperature as 136 at WxYz Libya in 1922. But this sacred cow of weather records is actually under review right now by the World Meteorological Organization. Well, if not there, then where else have such high temperatures been credibly measured? The key word here is credibly. Even the temperature currently in second place, the 134 measured in Death Valley, California, in July 1913, is suspicious, according to many forensic meteorologists. Now, weather historians sifting through data from Africa have unearthed written records of temperatures as high as 134 in Tunisia, 131 in Algeria, and 130 in Mali. But most experts say these aren't valid by modern standards because of questionable thermometers and improper locating of the instruments. Certainly Earth's deserts, such as the Sahara, the Gobi, and the Sonoran, are candidates for world's hottest, but we have very few direct measurements from ground-based instruments there. And that's where satellites come in. For a dozen years, an instrument called MODIS, which stands for Moderate Resolution Imaging Spectroradiometer, on two different satellites, has been measuring the amount of infrared radiation emitted by the Earth's surface. And that thermal radiance is proportional to ground temperature. The two satellites scan the entire Earth each day so they can compile a reasonably complete picture of surface temperature, filling in gaps between weather stations to help pin down exactly where the ground gets hottest. So here's a snapshot of that MODIS data in colorized form. The deeper the maroon, the hotter the ground. The highest surface temperature on Earth in 5 of the 7 years from 2003 to 2009 was measured in the remote Lut Desert in southeastern Iran on a large plateau covered with dark lava. The highest reading there was 159.3 degrees in 2005. In one of the 2 years when the Lut Desert wasn't on top, the hottest place on Earth was in the Turpan Depression, an area below sea level in the deserts of western China, with a ground temperature of 152.2. In the other year, the highest surface temperature was measured in the interior desert of Queensland, Australia, a toasty 156.7. Now, admittedly, the temperature right at the ground during the day is usually much higher than the air temperature above, typically on the order of tens of degrees, depending on the surface. You know this if you've ever walked barefoot across hot pavement. On a sunny summer day, the surface is much hotter than the air at around 5 feet, which is the height at which official temperature measures are taken. Nonetheless, these MODIS observations do give us a realistic sense of where the hottest places on Earth really are, even if we don't know exactly what the air temperatures are in these remote locations. Fred is back with the extended forecast next.